You ever notice how easy it is to buy something you don't even need and then convince yourself it was necessary? You tell yourself you deserve it, or it was on sale, or maybe you just needed a little pick me up. But deep down, you know it wasn't about the thing itself, it was about the feeling, that temporary rush, that tiny spark of joy that fades almost instantly the moment you hit order. The real reason you keep buying things you don't need isn't because you are careless or bad with money. It's because you have been trained your entire life to believe that more equals better. Every commercial, every social feed, every influencer has whispered one message into your mind since you were a kid. You are not enough until you have this. You're not successful unless you own that. You're not living the dream until your home, your clothes, your car, your gadgets look like theirs. And you believed it. We all did. We grew up thinking money could buy identity, status, confidence, and happiness. But here is the truth no one wants to admit. Most of the time, we buy things not to improve our lives but to escape how we feel in the moment. We buy to distract ourselves from boredom, loneliness, stress, or that nagging sense that something is missing. Shopping sometimes gives us the illusion of progress. It feels like we are fixing something, upgrading something, moving forward, but in reality, we are just chasing a feeling that never stays. You buy a new phone and feel good for 2 days. You get new shoes and they feel amazing until someone else walks by wearing something cooler. Then it starts again. The endless loop of wanting, spending, regretting, and wanting again. And it's not your fault, it's by design. The system you live in runs on your dissatisfaction. Companies make billions, keeping you slightly unhappy, slightly restless, slightly insecure. Because the moment you feel content, you stop consuming. You stop needing them. Think about it. Why do you think ads are everywhere? Even when you are not buying, they are preparing you to buy. They are training your brain to associate possessions with emotions. When you feel lonely, they want you to believe that buying this will make you feel loved. When you feel lost, they want you to think that owning that will give you direction. They are not selling products. They are selling comfort. They are selling confidence. They are selling the version of yourself you wish existed. And when you buy, you're not buying a thing. You're buying a story about who you could be. That's why it feels so good in the moment. That's why it's addictive. Because for a second, you feel like the person in the ad. But when reality sets back, when the box is opened and the dopamine fades, you realize nothing really changed. You're still you, still stressed, still tired, still trying to fill a hole that can't be filled with stuff. The real reason you keep buying things you don't need is because somewhere along the way you started using money as medicine. You started using it to numb feelings you didn't want to face. When life feels dull, you buy excitement. When you feel insecure, you buy symbols of confidence. When you feel left behind, you buy proof that you are keeping up. But money can't heal emotional wounds. It just hides them under new purchases. And every time you spend to feel better, you reinforce the habit that keeps you trapped. You teach your brain that the solution to discomfort is consumption. You teach yourself that peace lives in packages and happiness lives in 2 days. The sad part is you're not even chasing happiness anymore. You are chasing relief. You are chasing silence from that inner voice that says you are behind. But here is something powerful most people never realize. You don't need to stop buying things. You need to start understanding why you buy them. Next time you reach for your wallet or open an app to shop, pause for just 10 seconds. Ask yourself what emotion you are trying to escape right now. Are you bored? Are you anxious? Are you comparing yourself to someone online? Because if the reason is emotional, the purchase will never fix it. It will only feed it. But if the reason is intentional, if the thing genuinely adds value to your life, brings function or joy beyond that first week, then it's not a waste. The key is awareness. When you understand the emotional loop behind your spending, you break free from it. You start noticing patterns like how you shop more when you are tired, or scroll longer when you feel stuck, or just bigger purchases when you have had a bad week. These are emotional habits, not financial ones, and habits can be reprogrammed. You can train your brain to seek real comfort instead of temporary distraction. You can replace impulse spending with intentional living. You can start finding satisfaction in things that don't require swiping your card, like peace, time, simplicity. Because here is the irony: the things you buy to look rich often keep you broke. The things you buy to feel free often make you feel more trapped. And the things you buy to look happy often remind you that you're not. But the moment you stop needing stuff to feel enough, everything changes. You start seeing money indifferently. You stop measuring your worth by what's in your cart and start valuing what's in your comfort and control. You stop asking how much I can afford and start asking what actually makes me fulfilled. And fulfillment, my friend, has nothing to do with things. It has to do with purpose, peace, and alignment. That quiet confidence that comes from knowing who you are, not proving it with what you own. That's the secret advertisers don't want you to know. You already have everything you need to feel enough. You just forgot because the world keeps telling you otherwise. So maybe it's time to remember, to pause before you purchase, to question the urge, to sit with the discomfort instead of escaping it. Because every time you resist buying something you don't need, you're not just saving money, you're reclaiming power. You are taking back control over your mind, your emotions, and your peace. And that feeling, that calm clarity that comes from not being owned by your desires, is a real luxury. The kind no brand can sell and no discount can buy.